A lovely good morning to our viewers. Welcome to a Friday edition of the Icu TV Breakfast Show, coming to you live from Chalala off Shantumbu Road, and you're watching us live on Icu TV. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Amina, and good morning to our lovely and dear viewers once again, and welcome to the Icu TV Breakfast Show, where we bring to you nothing but the best of the content. Well, and this morning, of course, we have it packed, and we will be joined by a guest. Quite an interesting one later on, but before we get into it, well, Madam Mutambo, tomorrow is Valentine.
Well, I would love to discuss that somewhere at the end of the show, but right now we get into our headline pick.
But of course, and our first story this morning is sustainable mining takes center stage as investing in African mining endeavor closes.
And increased rainfall expected as Cyclone Gezani impacts Zambia.
Well, and the other headline that we're going to be looking at this particular morning is 8-month-old baby dies in Dola after alleged domestic violence incident. Quite a sad story.
And in our sports news, under 20 Ghana has already arrived in Zambia as they prepare to take on Zambia on Saturday.
You know, some interesting stories that we have. Not everything has been mentioned right now, but once we jump into the story pick, we will be able to, tackle a number of stories. And just in case you would like to get through to us, do make sure to comment in the comment section below, and we'll be able to read out your comments right down into the show. And you can call us also on the number on the screen. Madam Tambo, please give us the numbers that we're going to be calling us.
You can call us on 0970-582358. That's 0970-582358. Let's get interactive on the number as well as in the comment section below. For now, we go on a short commercial. When we get back, we get right into our story pick.
We are the dreamers reaching for the sky, and I see you. Together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities. Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
All right, amazing. Once again, hope you are enjoying and you are, comfortable wherever you are. And now we dive right into the story pick this morning. And the first story that we're going to be taking a look at is the endeavor that was, ongoing, that was happening in South Africa. And the story that we're going to be reading today reads, the investing in African mining endeavor has officially come to a close in Cape Town, South Africa, with a strong call for sustainable and responsible mining across the continent. And as the exhibition wrapped up, delegates took part in various sessions focusing on the sector's biggest challenges, including concerns raised by young professionals and what the future of employment in African mining could look like. Allow me to have our reporter at the program, Miriam, who is yet to come in today from Cape Town. She was giving us live updates like it was already mentioned in the other edition, and we now have her giving us a close and a wrap up of the entire endeavor. So let's get right into her and hear what she has for us.
The investing in African mining endeavor has officially come to a close here in Cape Town, with a strong call for sustainable and responsible mining across the continent. As the exhibition wrapped up, discussions continued across various sessions, from what young professionals see as the mining sector's biggest challenge to what the future of employment in African mining will look like. Industry leaders, investors, and innovators gathered to explore solutions aimed at strengthening growth while ensuring long-term benefits for African economies. ZCCM Investment Holdings Corporate Affairs Manager Louis Sambatha said as the endeavor concluded, the company had strengthened its mandate and successfully engaged several mining stakeholders. Mbatha said the platform allowed ZCCM IH to map out growth opportunities and reinforce its strategic objectives within the sector.
So as a company, our objective here, as we leave this day, the last day of the Indaba, we are leaving strengthened, our mandate strengthened, and our objectives achieved. And as a company, we engaged several mining conglomerates who to partner with. As you know, the theme has been stronger foundation building partnerships. As a company, we've mapped the growth, and our objective was anchored on that theme.
Tontrack Chief Executive Officer William H. Butler said the company's goal at the Indaba was to connect with potential partners from across Africa. Butler says Tontrack is building a digital highway of information to improve efficiency, transparency, and collaboration within the mining industry.
Our goal here at African Mining Indaba is to connect with other potential partners from across Africa because we are building a digital highway of information. So as the product flows over the corridors to the ports, we are building a digital highway along those corridors so that we can make the information about where those ores are, where those cargoes are, visible to the stakeholders along the route.
Meanwhile, EcoBank local account manager Nelson Walia said the Indaba provided an opportunity to engage directly with mining owners and chief executives. Walia said the bank is positioning itself to support mining firms, not only in mineral extraction, but also in value addition initiatives.
Our coming to investors Indaba 2026, we've had chance to interact and connect with mining owners, CEOs, and we've added value in terms of structuring transactions that brings value. One key thing that we've picked is that we want to support the mining firms not only on extraction but also in terms of value addition. So that is very key. But for this to happen, a lot of governments have to invest in infrastructure so that they can attract that needed investment.
As the 2026 Investing in African Mining Indaba came to a close, stakeholders left with renewed commitments to innovation, sustainability, and inclusive growth, setting the tone for the future of African mining. For ICU TV News, I'm Miriam Deborah Gamani in Cape Town, South Africa.
Well, that was our reporter Miriam Gamani, who was giving us a wrap-up of the African Mining Indaba that was held in Cape Town, South Africa. And now, the Zambian Meteorological Department has advised members of the public to limit outdoor activities and remain vigilant as Cyclone Gezani is expected to trigger increased rainfall, thunderstorms, and lightning across the country. According to the latest update from the department, the tropical cyclone has made landfall on Madagascar's eastern coast on February 10, 2025, packing wind speeds of up to 148 kilometers per hour. Authorities are closely tracking its movement as it progresses from Mozambique. Mr. Eric, talking of the cyclone, to those that have already stepped out, or maybe you've opened your windows outside, you notice that today is quite foggy and misty.
You know, as I was coming, I was afraid because the moment I just stepped out, when I was going to get into the vehicle, I found it all white. I beg your pardon. I found it all white outside. And I was thinking to myself now what was going on.
And this is not the first time this is happening. I think in the last month, January, one night we experienced a foggy and a mist night. So I think the cyclone Gezani is.
I was also thinking, like, are these signs of the cyclone that was being said that was going to come up? That's the cyclone Gezani.
But talking of the cyclone, we've experienced rainfall as of yesterday. Most parts of Lusaka as well as other areas experienced rainfall, and the Gezani cyclone is causing to low-lying areas who are having floods. So what's your word of caution to our motorists today as they are driving, because it's quite foggy and misty outside. Any word of caution to our drivers?
Please do to our drivers, especially with the foggy, misty condition that was there this morning. You know, some people were able to like drive super fast in that fog, and you only be able to see the person when they are close by. I feel let's take good precautions and caution as we drive. Make sure your lights are on and your fog lights are on. Make sure you have hazards if you're parked at an area that's, you know, not safe for your fellow motorists. Do not just think about yourself. Think about the next person also that is driving. So make sure to take caution. Think about your fellow motorists. Think about yourself. Be road smart, and that's what I can say for our motorists this morning.
Not forgetting our pedestrians. Please, motorists, be
Please,
cautious
please.
as you drive.
Oh, yes.
The pedestrians are not safe out there. On the other side, an 8-month-old baby girl of Musundu area in Dola has died following an alleged domestic violence incident involving her parents. The incident occurred around 02 hours on February 10th, 2026, and the child has been identified as Nandi Zulu. Police say the suspect, her father, David Zulu, allegedly struck the infant during a marital dispute. Your comment on this?
You know, it's quite a sad story. I would like to really get more detail and understand if this him striking the child was obviously him wanting to do something to the woman and maybe mistakenly hit the child, or it was a deliberate move just because he was feeling some sort of way. How do you feel after hitting an 8-month-old baby to the point that they die? You know, quite a sad story.
Very sad story.
I don't know. Please, people, please leave. If you have problems in your house, why stay? Madam Mutambo,
Yes.
why are you going to stay in a house where, you know, you're having problems? I'm sure this is not the first time this is happening, where
No.
they have a marital dispute and if you have a problem that you feel is not being sorted out, why not just leave? Either sides, both parties.
Take a break, you can go back to your parents' house, you can take a break at your siblings' house. Stay where you are safe. I think we're past the times of tukalila fiabana. Because look at what's happening now, and this is not the first story where a family or a couple is having a marital dispute and the child
suffers.
Yes.
You know, getting down, the same story continues to say neighbors rushed the child to Arthur Davison Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Quite sad. And the body is currently in Dola Teaching Hospital mortuary awaiting a postmortem, while the suspect is on the run and police investigations are ongoing. So you do that, and at the end of the day you run like it's not your child that you did.
And you're on the run, and now you end up behind bars. What remains of your partner and your family members, because a life is lost. So as you having your marital disputes, ensure to take some time off, cool yourselves down, and we do not want to lose more lives, because this is very sad. An 8-month-old baby. Let's get to hear your comments in the comment section. We're live on ICU TV. That's Facebook as well as YouTube, ICU TV. Or you can better still call us on the number. That's 0970 582358. That's 0970 582358. Let's get interactive.
Well, of course, let's get interactive, and we'll be able to read your comments in the comments section even as we go further. And now, getting down to our next story, that is a 60-year-old man in Monza district shot dead in his bedroom. I've heard a number of this. This is not the first time I'm hearing of a person being shot dead in the bed.
In the southern province, especially, and this is becoming a very common trend, if I can call it. Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into the story and just hear what was written about it. Well, a 60-year-old man from Hamoya village in Monza's Mwanza chiefdom has died after being shot in his home by an unidentified individual on 10 February 2026 around 24:50 hours. And the deceased has been identified as Peterson Munzinza, who sustained a gunshot wound in the groin area. incident reports indicate that on the 9th of February 2026, around 20 hours, the deceased and his wife, 53-year-old Ronica Mwemba, retired to sleep in their house. In the early hours of the following day, the wife heard a knock on the door from an unknown male person asking for directions to the village headman's house, which she gave without opening the door. And shortly thereafter, the wife heard noise at the bedroom window and observed two unknown male persons outside, one suspected to be armed with a firearm. And further, the Southern Province Commissioner of Police, Mono Namalongo, confirmed that the victim's wife narrated that the intruders later forced entry into the house and proceeded to the bedroom.
Quite sad.
Yeah, this is quite a sad story. In the last incident, such, or in the last case such as this one, it was alleged that the wife was involved in this particular incident.
Yes.
What's going on? Could we say this is the same as what happened in the last case?
Well, I think we just have speculations. It might be that because it's mostly the husbands being killed. And in the last incident where the wife was involved, she actually left the windows open for the perpetrators to come through and, have the husband killed. So what could be going on?
This is quite some interesting plot.
It is.
You know that the person or your partner is going to die, and you're able to sleep in the same bed as them, even as
dear world, which direction are we heading into?
Wow, that is so
on another sad note, but for now we're going to go on a break, and joining after or coming after is our sports, our fitness and health segment, and we will be joined by a special guest. Please stay tuned. Leave your comments in the comment section, as well as call us on the number 0970-582358.
Well, of course, let's get interactive. We'll be joining you please do join us. We'll be joining you. Please do join us as well right after this short break. We'll be right back.
The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434.
Well, hello once again. You are joining us on the Icu TV Breakfast Show, and right now we have spoken on a number of issues, and it's high time we got to discuss about our personal health and fitness. So in this particular segment, we're looking at a very interesting topic where we get to understand about eating healthy, about keeping fit, what we ought to do in order to stay fit. And I am joined by an interesting guest. I will allow him to introduce himself. Can I say your name, sir? This is Mr. Philemon Skaze, but allow me not to say much about him. I would like to just allow him to introduce himself. Good morning.
Good morning.
Lovely to have you.
Muhammad,
we are super grateful. Even giving you this invitation in the last minute, and you were able to make it here.
You're welcome.
Please do introduce yourself to our dear viewers out there.
All right. My name is Skaze Philemon. I'm a medical practitioner, the specific a clinical officer, and I also specialize in HIV management. I just mentioned a few.
Well, even when bringing him on set, we knew what we were doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So now, just a quick one.
Yes.
You know, we're looking at fitness and health in general, but we'd just like to maybe talk about the nutrition side,
All right.
maybe how the diet and all. We just like to understand because you know we've been told a person is supposed to eat or have 3 meals a day.
Oh, yeah.
But I do not know what meals to have. I should have Hungry Lion in the morning,
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Hungry Lion, have Nando's in the afternoon, have Tepone's pizza in the
Okay.
evening. So we just want you to just give us a brief highlight or overview of what is healthy for us.
Oh, all right, all right. So, when you look at the food definition of healthy, there are components that have been put in the definition that gives us a proper understanding of what health is all about. So, number one, the definition according to World Health Organization is healthy is a complete state of well-being. That has to do with your physical, your mental, your social, and actually the most vital one, the spiritual aspect. So these four components makes a person fully healthy and in a good state. So meaning when one component is affected, the others are also affected. So when you look at issues to do with healthy and fitness, we are looking at these four categories of these four states to be fully managed by a human being. Now, coming to issues of nutrition. Nutrition, we are looking at issues to do with the components that we are getting from the food sources that we are partaking of, eat of. Yeah. So nutrition, we're just getting the essential aspects, the most important vitals, the most important nutrients that each food component that we put on the table should benefit. Number one, the physical number one. So meaning we have to look at the benefit of those nutrition should show in the physical structure. Then we should also look at the development of the mind. We should also look at the aspect. These things that you have taken in should enable you to have a good social life. And also improve your spiritual aspect.
That's an interesting one because how does the food you take improve or you know? I know we'll get into it. Oh, please.
So you realize that when your physical well-being is well looked after in terms of nutrition. So for example, let's take for example of fruits. So there are quite a number of fruits that God has given us that we benefit, and most of them, each fruit has got what it gives us most of the vitamins. So the vitamin D, the vitamin C, the vitamins A, B, and quite a number of them that we can make mention of. And you realize that each fruit that you take in will come into the system and also boost how your food that you are taking on another category like inshimas, vegetables, and that they also boost the intake of those nutrients that are being gotten from the nshima, from the vegetables, and the like.
That's why we're advised to have a fruit.
Yes.
Is it after or before?
So fruits are more taken depending with what you're planning to eat for the day. Yeah, depending what you're planning to eat. But you have to make sure that in all your dietary that you have put across, fruit should take part. Because those vitamins are boosting up the intake of the nutrients that you're taking from the other components of the food that you're taking. So nutrition is the most important part of the aspect. Actually, for us to understand it better under health and fitness, we need to look at the 8 doctors.
I think I may have heard something like that.
The one they call the New Start. So New Start, the N stands for nutrition. But you can have proper nutrition, but if you don't exercise, which is E, you're affecting your nutrition.
The nutrition side.
So again, you can exercise, but if you don't take water, again you're affecting the aspect of that. So each of these categories is telling you to say they cannot do without each other. So in relation to health and fitness, we are saying every person, every individual should make sure that the 8 components, the 8 doctors are well looked into. So nutrition, exercise, water intake, sunbathing, we can talk of temperament, self-control, having enough fresh air in a day, having enough rest, and also the last one, which is trusting in got that aspect of a spiritual aspect. So these 8 doctors, if we follow them very well, will not suffer from issues to do with cardiovascular diseases and other abnormalities like hematological blood issues and the like. No, I've got anemia, I've got what. Because all these components, you're following them very well. The body will respond very well. Another aspect I should put in place is that the environment and the human body are best friends.
Please.
Yes,
Please
the
do
environment and
make
the
me
human body
understand.
are very good friends.
Yes, please.
So the environment itself is giving us what we need in the system. For those who are Christians, you realize that if you go back to the book of Genesis chapter 1, get to 26, go to 28, where God says, let us make man. And when God is creating, he goes to the ground. So in short, everything that makes man healthy has to go back to the ground. So all the sources of what we are is dependent on what we get from the ground. So now you ask the question to say, do I have to eat? How am I going to have to balance?
Am I going to balance up my meals?
Yes. I may not recommend Hungry Lion for breakfast. No.
You know, I'm looking for fast food. I've started off for work from home. I know the moment I go for work, I'm going to be busy. So the first thing I can just quickly rush to, maybe even just make a quick order right here.
Oh yeah.
By the time I'm getting there, I have it set on my table.
Oh yeah, I see.
So
the problem is that the faster the food, the faster the diseases in your body. That's why the problem is. Every meal has to be prepared very well and very adequately at the right temperatures in the right environment. So the faster the food, I'm saying the faster the food, the faster the diseases. With these fast foods, they are the ones that have predispose us to what we call now cardiovascular diseases such as heart failure. Or you find these fast foods contain a lot of fat component. So that fat components mostly are not well cleared off in the body system. They are usually stuck and they begin to clone onto the blood vessels. And you notice that as they clone onto the blood vessels, they begin to block the movement of what? Of blood. So these are quick flies and the like, Hungry Lion and the like. These are some of the food that we're talking about. Beggars and the like. So these are affecting us. But what do we need for us to have a very balanced meal? I would recommend early morning when you wake up, the first thing you do is that take some warm water so that you boost up some temperature in your body. Yeah, that will also help you with boosting up absorption power.
Most of the people that were advised to, you know, take warm water and just maybe some of us I have like gases.
Gases also.
No.
Actually, there's power. There's power in taking that warm water
for every person.
Yeah, every person. When that environment is well equipped, that's when you can take any food. Now, what has affected us also having such cases like gastritis, ulcers and the like, is the failure of also preparing our stomachs for the food to settle in. So in the morning when you take some warm water, you have boosted up the system to welcome what is coming forth. So the next thing that you need to do is now to look at what are you going to take in for the morning. So it's called breakfast. So in short, every food that you have to eat should break the fasting that you had at night. So in the layman's language that we have adopted, say no, eat like a king in the morning, then a queen in the you're getting
have all those special.
So make sure all the components that are supposed to be needed in a balanced diet, like vitamins, minerals, they are all taken during breakfast
in the morning. I'm starting it.
So the minerals, you take them, the vitamins, you take them, the nutrients that are needed, all the components, you take them early in the morning. So that in the day, you can just supplement with those that you have not added on your diet.
There's this thing that I heard that you need to have a light meal at a certain point. So I'm not sure if it's the breakfast or it's supposed to be the evening when you're going to bed.
So light meals should be mostly during daytime and in the night. In the night, actually, it's optional. In the night, you can either eat or not. Actually, you can even take some just warm water and just lighter stuff. Most of the food should be taken early in the morning because you need to keep up with the day's energies. So when you take the right, if you are eating shima, then you add some vegetables there. Make sure already you have the component of the vegetation.
So I'm okay to have in mind Shima in the
Very,
morning.
very, very well, because you're boosting enough energy for the body to do what? To take up the day. And you notice if you eat very well in the morning, you won't even have much to eat in the day.
Most people say, when I eat or have Shima in the morning, I'm going to be sleepy. I'm not going to work. I'm not going to be productive.
Okay, that's when the body needs enough energy for the day.
So what happens to those? What happens? How would we explain that?
So with most people, it's because many of us we have just developed certain habits of eating anyhow. You get it, eh? So these small habits that we have created for ourselves are the ones that are affecting us on how we can manage. But most that we encourage in the medical field, we are encouraging that breakfast should be more heavy. But when you mean more heavy, you don't mean that you eat to kill yourself. We eat enough for the body what you want. And you realize that the body always communicates with what it wants. So when you eat in the morning, in the day, it will tell you what you have not put in. It will communicate, oh no, you have not taken enough water, please take a glass of water. And so in the evening, by the time evening comes in, you have already supplemented with what it has needed since the day started. So it's not a must that you have to eat even 3 meals in a day.
So it's just people that predict us that thing.
So when you eat in the morning, the body is able to keep itself and supplement with whatever it has for the day. The purpose of actually the reason of us eating in between meals, I've noticed that people will have breakfast, then between 10, 11 eat something. Then between 16
Is that one we call 16? Why
these habits are the ones that are affecting us and now ending us having quite a number of lifestyle diseases such as diabetes, issues of hypertension, issues of cancer and the like, eating habits, and again the quantity and the type of food we're taking.
Am I still healthy?
We need to do some assessment. We need to nutritional assessment. See, this is what you're seeing. People, they may look like me, but they are obese without knowing that they're obese. Such stuff because of the pattern of eating, and the type of food that you're putting into their system.
True. I saw this particular individual. He's a media personnel. I'm not going to mention who, well, for the sake of privacy and all. He put out a photo himself where he put out 2 photos. He was in this photo, he looks all bulged up, heavy, and this second photo, which is after, not even before, after, he's now all slimmed up and looking, just normal. And then he puts a caption saying, the right side, that was the side where he was looking. I mean, that was the left side where he was looking all bulged up. He says, this is not the good side.
Yes.
The good side is this side where you people are now calling me or thinking maybe I'm sick now, or this is probably something happening. That's the reason why I'm looking like this. No, it's because of my health.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm now on the healthy side now that I'm looking slimmer and smaller like this. So it could be puzzled because most of us have put that notion that when somebody is gaining, is doing what they're doing well, that's eating well. No,
actually, gaining is not. It's not a sign that you are healthy. It can be a factor that the number of conditions that you've introduced in yourself. One of them is obesity, and obesity. The more you become obese, the more you are prone to have a cardiac failure. Because when those fat components are clogging into your heart has got difficult or high time to work very well, and hence you see those cases that when I go bathroom, they just had a headache and the like, because we never looked on the other side of our body. So it's very important to understand that nutrition should go in line with fitness, because even as those who go for the gym, people are bulging up their muscles and the like. You can have those big muscles, you make them big and the like, you look a bit pompous like that. But without proper nutrition, you are actually putting your muscles at risk.
So is there any recommended? So is there any recommended way or I should say pattern of exercise that a person needs in order to be healthy?
Yeah. Actually, you don't go to the gym to to make muscles become big. You go to the gym in the instance that you put up a very healthy body. But there's an obsession part of where people are now going to the gym so that their muscles can be bulged up, or their tummies can be reduced and the like, all that obsession. The purpose of the gym is just to go and keep up your body healthy. Because the more you are exercising, the more the blood supply becomes effective. And you notice that even the processing power of the brain also improves. But also the processing power of the brain is dependent as the blood is moving. There is also proper nutrients that are flowing to the brain.
So nutrition and fitness are just
they are best friends.
The
best friends. Very best friends. So it has to go there. So the recommended thing that we can put across is that have enough exercises in a day. So in a week you can exercise twice, 3 times. It's enough. But with discipline to keep up in those in those days.
Yeah, with also on top, because if you say twice, 3 times, I may go to the gym 2-3 times, and there's this person that will go to the gym and sit down, stand for like 5 minutes, and then go home and say, okay, at least I did something. I stood on the.
I heard something.
I heard like the squats. I jumped over there. I did 1, 2, and went home. And then there's another person who's going to go to the gym in those 2 hours. They will punish themselves like I don't know.
That's where the issue is. So the many people that are going there to lift up kgs, kgs in the name of no, I'm keeping up fit. No, actually you find you are damaging much of your muscles. So you may find that the body is created in such a way that within the space of 30 minutes you can do quite a number of things. 30 minutes. You put another type of exercise, you change. Why? Because you're trying to balance up with how the metabolic processes are happening. The purpose that in a gym, when you go to the gym, you will sweat. The process of sweating is also detoxifying your system. So it's equivalent to one who goes for a jog in the morning and they sweat up. So the purpose is that you just want to clear up the system. The blood flow should go there. So that as you go back home, you refreshen up, which is now clearing your system. You need intake of the internal waters to clear up whatever toxin. You'll notice that when you begin to sweat, there's a certain smell that begins to come out, which shows that the body is clearing up those toxic substances. So we're not just going there to put up the muscle or reduce our bellies or increase our these funny things that happen with
yes.
But the purpose is that we are going there to detoxify the system even as we are improving our muscle tone, our bone density and the like. But those also will be appreciated very well when nutrition comes in. Are you putting up the right vitamins? Are you putting up the right nutrients? Are you putting up the right proteins, carbohydrates, all those components? So we need to balance up. We exercise, we put up the fitness, we put up the right quantity of the required nutrients.
Amazing. Well, dear viewers, you are still joining us on the Icu TV Breakfast Show this morning, and our guest this morning is Mr. Philemon Sikazwe. And well, just as we get to wrap up our interview, I'd like you to just maybe say something to our dear viewers out there. Just get to give them a word of advice on how they can keep themselves fit and healthy, and I'll also be here listening, of course. Yes, please.
So our dear viewers, the word is simple for today. Today we are saying health and right living. That's our message for today. Health and right living. So in health and right living, we are encouraging you, our viewers, that you keep up with, number 1, the 8 fundamentals, which are New Start. Take proper nutrition, exercise, take enough water, expose yourself to the sun, because the sun boosts up your vitamin D absorption. You self-control, which is the temperament part. Expose yourself to fresh air. 05 or 04, open up some windows. I know we have got the sense of thieves around, but we open up some windows. Let the the aircon is not the best, but when we open up the window, we let all the fresh air comes in. We have enough rest. working, yeah, we have to work, but we need also the body to rest. And the biggest of them all, trust in God. That's the formula for today. So health and right living is the key.
Yeah, quite an interesting segment we've had this morning with Mr. Philemon Skazo. Maybe just before we go, that one last thing.
Yeah.
You are one person that people can still come to and talk to in case of anything they would like to, consult or have them being attended to. Just like you to tell them where they can find you and how they can be able to contact you.
Oh, right. I do share some health promotions and also sensitize in many areas. So you can reach me on 0978 50 9443. 0978 50 9443. That's my contact. Then I work with the Next Institute of Health Sciences. There we share quite a number of it's a medical institution where we learn on medical courses, but we also promote good health. And you can also reach us for counseling sessions on the same number in terms of health matters and also just lifestyle living and other things that we can discuss on issues to do with health. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you so much.
No,
it's been an amazing one. Once again, we'd like to thank you, calling you in the last minute, and you were able to make it through even in your busy schedule. That's something we do not take for granted.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I'm greatly humbled to share this platform with you, sir.
Amazing. Mr. Philemon Skazo with us in studio today on the Icu TV Breakfast Show. But of course, this is where we come to a wrap of the Health and Fitness Minute, and coming right after this is the sports segment. Do stay glued even as we go on a short break. We'll be right back. Bye-bye.
Yes, still watching the ICU TV Breakfast Show on ICU TV as well as YouTube ICU TV. We now get into our sports segment, and the under-20 Uganda team arrives in Dola ahead of Saturday's match against Zambia. The Uganda under-20 national team has arrived in Dola ahead of Saturday's match against Zambia. The team touched down at Simon Mwansaka Pwepwe International Airport yesterday around 11:55 hours. Uganda hosted Zambia a week ago in the first leg of the third round of the FIFA Under-20 Women's Cup Poland 2026 qualifiers. The match will kick off at 15 hours at Levi Mwanawasa Stadium, and the team that wins the second leg will qualify for the final round, where they will face either Ghana or South Africa. To those that would like to be part of the match and go show support to our under-20 team, you can get your tickets in any ShopRite outlets. Well, the South, North, and East Wing tickets are priced at 20 kwacha, and the West Wing tickets at 50 kwacha, and VIP tickets at 100 kwacha. Mr. Eric, Zambia will be playing, our under-20 team will be playing against Uganda. What's your prediction? of the match?
Well, of course, I'm gonna be biased. I know and all, but allow me to just be biased. Allow me to say our team is going to beat them 2-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
We would like to hear from you in the comment section. What's your prediction of the game, as our under-20 team will be playing against Uganda at Levi Mwanawasa Stadium in Dola, in Kitwe. So what's your prediction? Let's hear your views in the comment section. Moving on to the next, the Zambia University Sports Association Varsity Games, scheduled to happen on the 23rd to the 29th of March, will be coming soon, right in the heart of Kabwe Mulungushi University. We had Zusa Games. We've been having Zusa Games for the past years, and ICU, Information and Communications University, have been participating in the games. So right about now, I'll allow Stephen and Aniclea Banda to give us an update of what has been happening over the past Zusa Varsity Games, as well as what is coming ahead.
The preparations for the 2026 Zambia University Sports Association Varsity Games, ZUSA, are currently underway. And right about now, I'm reporting live at the Estadio de Paramilitary, where the Information and Communications University computer boys are currently doing their trainings from. Well, let me take you back at what happened at last year's ZUSA. So the Information and Communications University participated in the last year's ZUSA, which was hosted by Mulungushi University. And the computer boys were in Group A, alongside Mulungushi University, Eden University, and Mukuba University. So just to break down what happened in Group A, Mulungushi University topped the group with 7 points, then Mukuba University was second with 5 points, not forgetting the Information and Communications University, which came out third with 4 points, and lastly, Eden University came out bottom of the group with a point. And right about now, we'll get to hear from my colleague Aniclea Banda, who will just give us an insight of what's happening when she gets to interview the players of the Information and Communications University. Catch you on the other side.
Well, thank you so much, Stephen Mwape. Right now, I'm currently at the ground where the computer boys of the Information and Communications University are preparing for this year's 2026 ZUSA Games. We'll get an insight on how their preparations are moving for this year's ZUSA. See you on the other side. I'm now joined with the computer boys vice captain. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Can you tell us on how your preparations as computer boys are going?
Okay, being a vice captain for computer boys, so far so good. We are putting in much work. Mostly we are focusing on our mistakes and our errors that we have been facing in our previous ZUSA games. So I can say we are putting in much work, and we are sure that by next month we'll be fully equipped and prepared.
Okay, so with the preparation is according to you, can we guarantee a win for the computer boys this year?
I can say to my part, the way I'm seeing my team putting in much work, because we usually work from Tuesday to Friday, and I'm sure that a guarantee win for ICU, we are coming back with the trophy.
I'm here with the Sports Minister, Grace Mabo. She'll tell us more about her experience on how the preparations are going. Hi.
Hi, Aniclea.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And how are you?
I'm fine. So can you tell us how the preparations are going? What's your experience? What are we expecting?
Okay, so all I can say is so far so good.
Okay.
My computer boys are doing very well.
Okay.
Talk of the volleyballers, the netballers, we are all on fire. Not forgetting the chess team.
Okay.
They're spectacular. So to other teams, let them just expect the best from our school.
I'm joined now with another player from the computer boys. Hello.
Yes, hi.
Hello. Can you tell me on how your preparations are going as computer boys and what you are going to deliver at this year's 2026 ZUSA Games?
All right, thank you. The preparations are just going okay. They're okay. We've been preparing for the ZUSA, for the incoming ZUSA Games.
All right.
This time around, you want to win, because last time the results were not okay. The fans were not the way we participated or represented the school. It was not okay. So we want more this time around.
Okay, so what have you put forth so that your past mistakes shouldn't affect this year's ZUSA preparation games?
Okay, this time around we've tried to engage new players. Like we brought up new players, new students who are coming at school. So we brought them. We had trials. We had trials of which we've engaged new players, some strikers. We need more strikers because our team lacks strikers, so we need more strikers in the team.
I'm now joined by another player of the Computer Boys. Hello.
Hello.
Can you introduce yourself and tell us more on how your preparations as Computer Boys are going?
Okay, first of all, my name is Bikoji Kapiololo, doing a program of Bachelor's of Arts in Project Management.
Okay.
My position in this team is as a winger. So our training so far is quite good. The energy is progressing, as you can see. Everything is going well. The players are doing well. They are doing their best. So we hope for the best.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I have been your reporter, Stephen Chisengamwape, otherwise your very own sports common journalist, alongside my colleague Aniclea Banda, and we just gave you an insight of the preparations that are currently ongoing for the 2026 Zambia University Sports Association Games. See you next time.
That was an update from Stephen Mwape and Aniclea Bandai. And right now in studio, I am joined by Stephen Mwape, our sports journalist and analyst, who's going to give us a brief overview of the ZUSA Varsity Games, as well as what's coming ahead. And right after, we'll jump back to the game, as well as get into your comments section, and let's hear your predictions. You can still leave us your comments in the comment section. We'll read them out shortly. Mr. Stephen Mwape, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, so we were talking about the ZUSA Varsity Games scheduled to happen on the 23rd to 29th of March at Mulungushi University in Kawe. Are the teams preparing, or what's coming ahead of the ZUSA? What should people expect from the ZUSA Varsity Games coming up?
All right, so the universities at large, because ZUSA is a certain competition that covers a wide number of universities in Zambia, across Zambia, I would say so. So the teams have been preparing so well, I would say, because from the time the ZUSA management, or the official page for the ZUSA management posted on their socials to say the ZUSA will be held on the 23rd of March 2026 up to the 29th of March 2026. I believe the teams have already intensified their preparations, and I think some days back I was with the Information and Communications University Computer Boys, and we just got to hear from them on how they've been preparing, and I believe the preparations are going on so good, and the guys said they are ready for the 2026.
So the Computer Boys are geared for the game.
They said they are geared, so we can't wait.
Interesting. We can't wait for the results and to see how the teams are going to participate, or how they'll present themselves at the upcoming ZUSA Varsity Games. Going back to the under-20 Uganda versus Zambia match, we have a comment from Langson Miti, and his prediction is Zambia 2-1. I would like to hear from you. What's your analysis, or what's your predictions for the game?
Well, so that's going to be a very interesting game taking place at the Levi Mwanawasa Stadium tomorrow, exactly at 15 hours Zambian time. So taking you back to the first leg that was played in Kampala, that was Uganda. So the girls went there with a high spirit of a win, because they knew that they were not going to play against an easy team. So Uganda has been good, the under 20 Uganda girls. So I remember for that game, Uganda equalized first, so they went to halftime leading by a goal to 0. And I just love the spirit for the girls. They didn't give up until Edith Perry scored in the 59th minute to secure that 1-1 draw. So I remember I had a conversation with one of their defenders, who is Margaret Gondwe, a product of John Leng, and I'm so very happy for that. yeah. So she told me to say the girls are ready for the return leg, which is said to be played tomorrow. And all she's asking for is just the support from the fans, and they will do the job themselves.
There you have it, viewers. We've heard it for ourselves. Let's support our under-20 team. Let's cheer them on, as they will be playing tomorrow at Levi Mwanawasa Stadium. Looking at the games, where the teams have been participating in the last games. So how has their participation been in the last games that they have played?
All right, so talking about the same games, it's the road to Poland. That's the 2026 World Cup. So Zambia has the second leg, which are playing tomorrow against Uganda. So there are teams that are playing also, which is South Africa and Ghana. So the thing is like this. Ghana and South Africa played the first game, and they drew. That was in Ghana Aqua, and they drew by 2-2. So they're playing the second leg in South Africa, and the winner of that game will play either Zambia or Uganda. And the winner of that particular game that will be played, either Zambia or Uganda, these are the teams. This is the team that's going to go to the World Cup. That's in Poland 2026. So the teams have been playing so well, not forgetting the South African girls under 20. They've been playing so well, not forgetting Ghana, who have a new coach and they're just coming in so well. So all the teams, I would say Ghana, Zambia, South Africa, and Uganda, they are fighting it and they are giving it their all because every team wants to qualify for the World Cup that is scheduled to happen.
So is this the point where we say, may the best win?
May the best win, because already the odds are in all the teams, because the first game was a draw, of course, between Zambia and Uganda. Not forgetting South Africa and Ghana, it was a draw. So they still have it.
So may the best win, as the game will be happening tomorrow at Levi Mwanawasa Stadium. To our viewers, you're still watching the ICU TV Breakfast Show live on ICU TV. Let's hear your views in the comment section, as well as you can reach us on our phone line. That's 0970-582358. Thank you so much, Mr. Mwape, for coming coming on the show. Thank you. Right now, we go on a short break. Coming up, we have what's trending on social media. Stay tuned.
Kickstart your day with our headline pick with the top stories making news.
Then we go deeper in our story pick, where we break down issues that matter the most to you.
From the Health Desk, we share simple tips to keep you healthy and informed.
For Classic Fitness Minute to get your body moving before the day begins.
And trending now, what's hot on social media?
Hello Zambia, my name is Amina Mutambo.
And I am Maluba Mwanamuchende, and we bring to your screens the ICU TV Breakfast Show.
We are the dreamers reaching for the sky, and I see you. Together we will rise. With knowledge and passion we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
Are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
From Lusaka to the world we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
Well, you are still watching the ICU TV Breakfast Show right here on ICU TV at our live at our Chalala studios, that is in Chalala off Shantumbu Road. And now getting down to our final segment before we close it up, and that is what's trending on social media. And you know, tomorrow Valentine is coming up, and you know, there's a very, very funny and amazing story that we came across on social media. But before we get into it, you know, I'd like to know what Valentine is, because I've seen people celebrate it. I've seen people do all sorts of things on Valentine. I heard a little bit about it, and I've maybe practiced it without even understanding what it is. I mean, could you just maybe help us understand and know what Valentine is?
Maybe before I give a brief background of it, I'm sure a lot of you have questions, or for the past years, we've seen couples celebrating each other, and we might be asking who is to be celebrated on Valentine's. Valentine's is a day of love. Celebrate your friends, your family, your siblings. It's a day of love. I mean, we show love every day.
I thought I'm only supposed to like take my girlfriend or my partner out for lunch.
But also, will you only celebrate them on Valentine's, or it's something we do every day, but maybe we go an extra mile on Valentine's Day.
Well, let's
Allow me to get into the background. So, Valentine is a mix of Roman pagan festivals like the Lupercalia and the legends of Christian martyrs named Valentine, particularly a priest who defiled Emperor Claudius II by secretly marrying soldiers and was executed on February 14th around 270 AD. The association with romantic love solidified in the Middle Ages, popularized by poets like Geoffrey Chaucer, who linked the day to birds, mating, and courtly love, evolving into modern tradition of exchanging cards, flowers, and gifts. And that's where we are. So this started way, way back in the 270 AD.
Lovebirds.
Yes. So, well, this one has it for the lovebirds, but you know, we call it a month of love. We're celebrating love. So, and I believe we do not only love our partners, we love our parents. I love my mom, my dad, my siblings. So, why not celebrate them?
To me, sounds like it's more of the romantic, the partner, more love. But I believe personally, I also feel like it should be an open thing where I'm able to celebrate with my family. I'm able to celebrate with my different loved ones. You know.
But of course, so going back to the post that's trending on social media, Mr. Nezia Mwilamumba buys chocolates in ShopRite outlet, and this is what he has to say. So he says, people somewhat too much on 14th February. To teach some a lesson, I decided to buy out all nice chocolates at the local ShopRite, leaving only mint chocolates. And you know, the comment section is fun, as a lot of ladies have views, because you know, we all love different chocolates. For me, I do not love the dark chocolates. I just love white chocolates. So for him buying all the chocolates and leaving out only the mint chocolates.
What pain does he have? What was he trying to, you know, prove in buying the chocolate?
I think this is something that you should not only buy chocolates for your loved ones on Valentine's. Buy them chocolates every day. Okay, maybe not every day, but at least every once in a while. You know, you cannot only celebrate them on their birthdays and on Valentine's Day. Show your loved ones you love them every single day.
I mean, why are you going to allow a person? It's the same as that thing that used to happen even back in the days when you only see rice and chicken on Christmas.
Especially salads with mayonnaise. So it being the month of love, I think, you know what I want to ask you? Are we celebrating our special person?
I'll leave that question in the clouds.
Well, if you are watching, I think just right after this call, you might just want to give him a call, because why are we leaving this in the clouds?
No, I'm leaving it in the clouds because we're not sure if I'm with someone, and if not, so.
Good Lord. Well, tell us in the comment section how you're celebrating your loved ones tomorrow. Are you taking your partners out for lunch? Are you planning to surprise them? Tell us your views or what you feel about Valentine's. You're still watching us on Icu TV. Leave us your comments in the comment section, or better still, you can call us on 0970 582358.
And just in case you would like to give a small shout out to any person you'd like to talk to, or maybe you'd like to express yourself. This is a funny one. In the case that maybe you broke up and you feel before the Valentine's Day, you can make amends and talk to your partner. Well, this is a chance you've got. Just make sure you drop it in the comment section. We'll read it out for you. Or if you want to call in, you can call in, and then we will put you online so you can say it out to that partner that you would like to make amends with. And if you maybe just have a special message to them, you could also just call us in and put it in the comment section, and we will, you know, deliver, of course.
Just to hold you on, we have something interesting in the comment section. Someone is asking you to be their Valentine. This is Susan Matanga. She says, Eric, will you be my Valentine? Quite interesting.
Madam Susie, allow me to. Should I accept you?
Well, I leave it to them. It's love. Two people.
Madam Susan, we will talk. We will talk. I'll come through. I'll be glad to be your Valentine. One time, I hope, please just let me know the time. So
This is interesting, and I think since he was just leaving it in the clouds, he said he didn't know whether he has a partner or not. And Susan is taking her chances or her shots at him. So, Madam Susan, I think, we'll get right into it after the show.
Well, yes, please come back and ask afterwards, and we'll decide whether.
Why are we deciding after the show?
Whether it's in the clouds or not.
Okay, so. Tell us in the comment section how you are celebrating tomorrow. Are you still looking for that special someone? Are you, tomorrow is the day we'll be seeing the WhatsApp stadium will be doing the most. Tomorrow we're doing a you post with video call you to see. No posting your friends' gifts on your statuses tomorrow.
Make sure to join us tomorrow morning as we're going to be having a Valentine's show. An interesting one. Come through and get interactive with our presenters that are going to be on it, as it's going to be something that will make you express anything that you want to express. The same way I have my Valentine, Susan, expressing that she wants to be my Valentine tomorrow.
Interesting.
Yeah. So very soon we'll be coming to a close of the show as we have spoken about what's trending. And just in case there's something that you feel is trending that we may have not spoken about, please bring it on. Let's talk about what's there on social media. Let's talk about what's making turns around. Otherwise, for now, I feel this is about where we get to wrap up the show.
Yeah.
We won't be here talking all day.
No, we've come to the end of the ICU TV Breakfast Show, the Friday edition. Be sure to join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30 hours to 8:45 right here on ICU TV. We'll be bringing the ICU TV Breakfast Show live to you on ICU TV. That's Facebook as well as YouTube, ICU TV. You can always call us on 0970582358.
Well, I've been your host this morning, Maluba Mwanamuchende. A lovely one. I would like to shout out to you all, and even as you celebrate your Valentine, please, we don't want to hear issues of people coming back with heartbreaks or people throwing bottles at each other. Please do celebrate it wisely, amazingly. We wish you all the best, even as you do your celebrations. And, well, she has already mentioned where you're going to find us and catch us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. For now, allow me to sign out. I'm out. For now, Mutambo, please.
And I've been your co-host, or better still, your host, Amina Mutambo. As I say, do join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on ICU TV. You have a lovely day and celebrate your loved ones tomorrow. Bye-bye.